Okay, I decided not to flock. I'm just going to gray paint it, and then I'll gray paint it again to do the flocking, so I don't have to mess with the silly putty. But I am going to do a flocking on that card, okay? And I am going to paint that. I need to see what the speakers look like. So let me mix my thinner in, because I don't think I put my thinner in here. No, I didn't. Okay. I got my 15 drops of thinner with my 15 drops of paint. I got my stirring stick out. And we're getting it stirred up. Okay, we're just going to paint the back of this dash this color. I need to see how my speaker repair was before I flock. And then there's a couple of things I need to get straightened up back here before I do other flocking. And some other masking I need to do. And the underlying color needs to be this anyhow. So, one round of this. Let it dry. Make sure everything is set right. Looks like speakers are fine. I have a teeny bit of cleanup to do on them. But I gotta do some masking before I can block that. Now we're gonna take this. And do what I envisioned yesterday on it. Get it to look the way I want it. Okay, now that's more like what I wanted from yesterday. Okay, but the edges are still a little too light in color. So I'm pulling the piece away and ghosting it. In other words, I'm hitting it with the airbrush from pretty far away, because I can control the color a little bit better that way. Distance, yeah, now that's more like what I wanted. Distance to the airbrush makes a big difference with your color saturation when you pull the trigger out. This is exactly what I wanted. As soon as that's dried, that's clear coated and it goes on the Mercury 9. Alright, now to our color card. I need to get a piece of paper real quick out of the printer. Okay, I'm going to show you how flocking works. Now, I saw this on a video, so I'm just following the directions given on a video. I'm going to build my color up on this card. It's just a piece of plastic card I got in a garage sale. I had a free bin, so I took what was free. Okay, I'm getting a nice wet layer of paint on this. And this is what the people said to do who were into flocking. Get your wet layer, take your flock. Okay, let's center that on the paper. Get your flocking and just shake it on the paint. like this. Coat the thing. Now it looks like I'm going to waste a lot of my flocking, but I'm not. That's why I got the paper under it. And you'll see why in a minute. We'll make sure that flocking's on there. Okay. Now, we are also in the spray booth, which is going to suck this piece of paper down and hold it in place for me. Now I tap that off, and this is what we end up with, a nice fuzzy piece of paper. Okay? Piece of plastic. It's a little too fuzzy for me, but there was a reason for this. This is an experiment. Alright? Let the paint sit a little bit. It's not quite as sticky and doesn't hold on to as much. Now, I'm going to put the rest of that flocking away. This needs to cure up for a couple hours before I can play with it anymore. So, I take my paper, put a bend in it up here, and I can put my leftover flock back in the bag. So I'm actually using very little of this stuff. That was the technique I saw on a YouTube video, and I don't remember who it was. I just remember commenting and going, thanks, that's exactly what I was looking for. Alright, we'll see how that comes out in a little bit. Here's another experiment that's Honda related. Okay, got another piece of card. I got that dreaded red paint that orange peeled on me real bad. Let me clean my current paint out of the airbrush. I need it all out of the airbrush, so I'm going to do a good cleaning. Once it's out, I'm going to try to orange peel this card. Because I think there's a couple of things that could have been. The way I'm mixing my paint, which is how I've always mixed Tamiya paint for airbrushing. So I don't know if it's the way I'm mixing my paint. Ooh, the finish is coming off the old Sotar here. That's something. Okay. Or, and this thought occurred to me just a little bit ago, could have been an interaction between that paint and the primer. There's no primer on this card. So we're going to find out if that's it. Yeah, I'm surprised the finish is coming off this thing. And then again, I've hit it with some pretty nasty cleaners and stuff. So I'm not real surprised. She's going to go in for a, I'm going to send her to Badger for a good cleanup real soon. See what they tell me about it. Because some of you have told me that Badger has excellent service there, and they will take care of your airbrush and return it, and it'll be just like it was brand new. And they'll charge you what it takes to fix it up. Because I've been using this boy quite a bit lately. I'm kind of surprised that I've taken the finish off of it. Everyone see that? This is turning into a very long video too. I know, sorry about that. Alright, time to mix up this red. See if I can orange peel it again. Because I'm beginning to think Tamiya primer and this Tamiya red don't go together. Because if I remember right, I painted it on a card. And the card didn't have primer on it. Alright. So, we are going to do a little painting and put it on a card again. And see what's up. Because if I can orange peel it, great. If I don't, great. I've learned something either way. And that's the idea, is to learn. Because it's the only thing we have in life. Well, it's not the only thing we have in life. There's lots of other things in life. But keep in mind, I never cleaned this card up either. Now I'm putting it on pretty thick in spots for a reason. In other spots I'm not. I want to see if I can recreate that orange peel effect. Oh yeah, I'm recreating it in some spots. In fact, it's recreating throughout the entire card. Alright, now. Here's what I think is happening with the orange peel. Okay? Because the entire card is orange peeling. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I can. Here I put it on really thick for a reason. I wanted to see something. Alright. I'm also wondering if the orange peel is related to how fast you put the paint on. Because I'm doing this painting the exact same way I did the other, to me, of the flat paints. And never had even a hint of orange peel appear on those. This thing seems to be doing nothing but orange peeling. Yeah, it's even orange peeling when I slowly put the paint on. Now, one other thing that is happening, I go back over the areas that have dried up at the top. Nope, still got orange peel. Now, some of you are seeing speculation in the paint. That's because I never cleaned the card and this thing was outside. There's some dirt trapped on this card, so you're going to see the dirt. It's also got a nice healthy orange peel. But what I'm trying right now is seeing if subsequent coats dim down the orange peel. Nope, it's still pretty orange peeled. We're going to let that dry. And there's a reason why I made that card. I got the Tamiya polishing compounds. I also have some of this stuff. We're going to compare them because this stuff anyone can get at any auto parts store. The Tamiya polishing compounds in California has pretty much killed that idea. So you want the Tamiya polishing compounds, you're going to have to order them from China and get them shipped in that way from a seller over there. You're not buying it at a hobby shop. I tried. My local hobby shop said, ooh, no, we can't get it. We have it listed, but we can't get it anymore. And I'm noticing that a lot of things from Japan cannot be shipped to the United States, and it's because of California. Okay? Everything's known to cause cancer in California. Everything. Food, sunshine. They got labels on everything over there. Causes cancer. It's known to cause cancer in the state of California. Anyhow, I'm going to quit ranting about California, and I'm going to get on with some other stuff. I'm going to let all this dry real quick. Not completely. I'm going to throw some clear coats at a couple of things because they've dried up enough to get clear coated. Once they're clear coated, I can play with them. So let me get out the clear coat, throw some clear coats at a couple of things, and get busy. I'm going to stop recording though. This video's long enough.